What is up, everybody? Solomon here. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. As many of you may know, within Genfinity, we have our Hedera Corner. We've been nailing out multiple interviews with Hedera Hashgraph ecosystem community builders. And glad to say today, we actually have one of the OGs in this space building out NFTs, Jason from MetaZombies. You may have heard of it. You also may have heard of Teddy Bar. You may have heard of him derugging sloths, which actually occurred on the Hedera ecosystem as well. So yeah, what's up, dude? How are you doing today, Jason?
Doing good, man. Doing real good. Just got off work, still rocking the scrubs, man.
So there we go. So
didn't even change yet, man. I just walked in the door, grabbed a computer, ran downstairs.
Nothing wrong with that, man. So I mean, I always like to start these with kind of a little bit of a background when you got into crypto or Web3. And then just also kind of what drove you towards starting an NFT project on Hedera. So
sure. So I went through a nasty divorce, right? And I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something life-changing. So I started doing a little bit of research on cryptos. I got into Voyager and I just bought a bunch of crypto, not knowing really what the hell I was buying. I got on Twitter, started doing some research. I found crypto influencers, or people, not everybody likes to be called influencers, but InCash, yourself, Crypto Mason. Those were some of the ones that I found right off the bat and led me to Hedera. I was in Hedera for probably, I don't know, maybe a week. And I met Bones from Pixelland.
Yep.
And we hit it off. We were talking on the phone all the time, and we both decided to make projects, and we would critique each other and laugh at each other and try and help each other out and stuff. I started off making NFTs on my phone. At that time, it was like an Apple 6 or something, some crap ass phone.
I think that's what Bones' story was too. He started on his phone. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you, but keep going. Keep going. Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, started doing it on my phone, and then I had to go to Photoshop. I had all these apps on my phone that I had to download, and then I'd have to transfer over to the computer, make sure everything was centered properly because I wasn't using the right stuff. But anyways, it was a good learning experience. We couldn't get listed on GoMint. We didn't have the following. So Bones and I started off selling things on Twitter, doing peer-to-peer trades, and we kind of started that whole rave thing with fire sales and all that stuff, direct peer-to-peer through DMs, trust system, which is terrifying now. But
oh yeah,
at that time it was, we were pioneering, we were trying to get our project out there to as many people as possible, any way that we could. And it solidified us as quote unquote OGs because, we started doing things differently. We started looking at things in a different mindset. That's something that myself, we've been consistent with that the whole time, always thinking outside of the box. What can we do different? What can we push the boundaries with? Like with MetaZombies, we were the first NFT project on Hedera outside of Access that you could buy with different forms of crypto. We did a multi-payment system with cryptos. We offered it for ETH, Sol, XRP, Algorand. We also did payments, credit card, debit card, PayPal. That was the first of its kind.
Yeah.
And then the MetaZombies comic, 18 file sets on one NFT. That was kind of groundbreaking as well, with a physical copy that has a QR code on it that takes you to your comic.
That's cool.
It's always outside of the box thinking that you have to do. Like, I can't compete with a lot of projects as far as that hype. I'm not good at building the hype. I like to build things, and if you get into it because you think it's cool, and support us for that reason, that's awesome, because we're always going to do something different. We're always going to push the boundaries, but you'll never hear me on Spaces screaming LFGs or any of that stuff. Personality, man. I'm not that guy. what we're doing with zombies next is our missions, where you have to have 2 zombies, 1,000 brains. HBAR Space is helping us out with that because they are offering the ability to use an HTS token instead of HBAR in order to purchase your way into something. Like you have to have 2 MetaZombies and 1,000 brains tokens in order to participate in the mission.
Yep.
They've given us the ability to be able to give away multiple different token IDs as rewards for the mission. So we have a whole bunch of different things we're going to throw in there. I'll send you some sneak peeks here soon so you can see them, but I don't want to shout out too much what it is just yet, but some people got some pretty good ideas so far, but not everybody's a winner. Some people are going to get a failed NFT where it's a MetaZombie with a failed stamp on it. And those are useful too. Everything that we put out is going to have a use, is going to have a purpose later with future missions or trade-in value or something. You know, it's a shitty market right now, so a lot of people don't want to buy stuff. So let's have some fun with the shit you already have in your wallet and the brains tokens you've been earning anyways. Let's have some fun with it. Let's do this mission. Let's knock it out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about it. I really am. Like we had the Solana drop that we were preparing for. The artwork is done. It's generated. It's just sitting there. But with the royalties becoming an issue on Solana, and well, who could have predicted what happened 2 days ago?
Yep.
We're waiting for our drop on there, you know, and we're ready to pivot if we need to. If we have to do something different, if we have to go take that to ETH or XRP or somewhere else, then, you know, that's what we're willing to do. You know, we always want to do what's best for our community, what's best for the project. And yeah, be willing
You have to give me a shout if you need help with anybody or reaching out on the XRPL. Because I think, I mean, I'd rather, I have nothing against ETH, but I would rather be an advocate for the XRPL, which is also going to be an environment that I think that you're going to be able to have what you like to do be a bit available to you, which is kind of that pioneering aspect, because I'm pretty sure that network from the NFT standpoint is going to be going through, if you're willing to participate in that again, because I know it was like a little bit of the Wild West back in Hedera last year. And like, I just to tell the audience in here, like, Hedera NFTs, HBAR NFTs back in God, like September, October, November last year, it was pretty wild. Like these projects were it was such a trust-based mechanism between like the actual individual and the actual project. It was all one-to-one. So anything that was actually happening was one-to-one, where there was DMs going, HBAR sent, I've associated this token. And then there was another DM coming back from the project saying it's sent, and another DM coming back from the individual saying, I've received it. Thank you so much. Imagine extrapolating that out to like 100 or 200 or 300 or however many people. Was pretty insane to see. But yeah, I guess you touched on it a little bit, Jason, but can you extrapolate out on like because I know that you guys have had a little bit more cross-chain experience maybe, or at least we're planning to facilitate certain things. Talk about the collaborative aspects that you see on Hedera and HBAR. Do you see that in other ecosystems? And how much do you see it in the Hedera community? And then from your guys' standpoint, any collaborations you guys may have had up until this point? I know you talked about Pixelland and Bones and
with well, like for instance, with Teddy Bars, we did a collaboration with Hashglass. Hashglass was huge back in the day of GoMint.
Yep.
We've done one with Danny 4D. I don't know if you knew that, but he made a one-of-one Teddy for us way back in the day. We did a collaboration with Little Monkeys as well. That one was awesome. That was a lot of fun. You see a lot more collaboration on HBAR than you do most ecosystems. It's more widely accepted over here than it is in most. It's not happening as much as it used to happen, like with the Lazy Superhero days where they had their auction house going and all that. You saw a lot of collaborative efforts. That was a lot of smaller projects doing their own artwork in a Lazy Superhero fashion to get their name out there, get that attention that they needed to get traction with their project with. it's not happening as much lately, but with the Hedera Sloss, for instance, you already touched on it. It's a rug project, right? So myself, Phil from Mints and Drops, Jay Hendricks, and Chubby Gazelle. I messaged those three guys before we took the project, and I asked them if they wanted to help me with the project. I didn't want to do it myself. I said I'd be part of it, but I want it to be community led. We have some really, really cool collaborative things that we're doing with that, where we're involving multiple different artists from within the community of Hedera, and also a new artist that just came over to Hedera from Eve. We haven't announced all the artists yet. You know, we've talked about it a little bit in spaces, but not much. But that's a community project where we'd make $0 for running it, right?
Yep.
The only way to make anything is if we own pieces of the project and we make it a success. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see a lot of really cool collaborative pieces come out of Hedera Sloss.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You guys have done, I mean, you guys have done so much over the past, I mean, God, it's been over a year at this point in time. And just looking at the transformation of the Hedera ecosystem as far as where the NFT, well, just the capabilities, the user experience, the engagement within these marketplaces, the wallet engagement, it's all, I mean, I can't even, the only way I can put it into words is it's literally night and day from where we were even at 7 or 8 months, 6 months ago to where we're at today. And it just seems to be this snowball effect rolling downhill where it just doesn't seem like it's stopping as far as how seamless the network's becoming. So I guess my question to you is like, you know, not only from the Hedera ecosystem, being that you've been here for, you know, well over a year at this point, but from your individual projects purview as well, like where do you see MetaZombies? Where do you see, let's say, like Sloss, you talked about it a little bit. Let's say like a year from now, where do you think that the HBAR network and where do you think your projects are going to be at a year from now, assuming that at some point we get out of this hellhole of a market that we've all been in for the past couple of months here? So, and I don't even, that's the interesting thing though, is I know you talked about kind of like the bear market aspects, but what's crazy if most people aren't, you know, some people aren't paying attention is like OpenSea volume down 95%, Rarible volume down 95%, and collections are selling out on Hedera in like less than 5-10 minutes, and volumes are still, you know, just at all-time high like 2 or 3 weeks ago, with the hangry stuff. So I know that's like a huge question. Basically, where do you see the future going?
So I honestly see the future being more cross-chain than anything. NFT.com, everybody thought they were going to Hedera. They went for the big fish first. They want mass adoption. And they realized that the way to do that is you get the big investors first, and then the other people will follow, right? So they went after Ethereum. I mean, once they start getting their platform built out, if they can get ETH in, they can get Sol in, Polygon, Avalanche, XRP. You know, somebody's going to do this. Somebody's going to make it happen, whether it's them or a different entity. It's going to happen where you have multiple NFTs on one site where they're purchasable in one wallet.
Yep.
Where I see us being in a year where it doesn't really matter so much where your home is. You're still going to be able to be purchased on an OpenSea-like environment that houses all projects that are available with that currency within the currencies of that wallet. That's where I see everything going in the future, honestly. But
I think a lot of that is, and I agree with you, but I do think a lot of that and a lot of mistakes are going to be made anticipating that it's all about interoperability for the sake of this. Because I think what has to be there before, maybe not all the way before the money, but you have to be able to, number one, have the ability to bridge. And then just like in the Hedera community and every other communities, we always say community. And we say community for a reason, because community as a whole is huge. And if you don't have the community, then the community can't know what value there is to bridge and to interoperate and do these certain things that you're talking about. So, but it is 100% coming. So I guess like for me also on top of that, Jason, but I know you have a ton of stuff coming down the road in the near future. Where would you like to drive the audience to for anybody watching this video that would want to learn more about what you've done with MetaZombies and what you're doing with sloths? Is it the Twitter? Is it a website? Is it Discord? Where would you like to drive traffic towards for anybody watching the video?
Check out our MetaZombie disc, our Twitter first. It's zombies_meta. There's a link tree on there that takes you to our website, our Discord, and all of our other sites, our locations. For Hedera Sloths, definitely jump in the Discord. If you're a holder, you definitely need to be have that holder status so you know what's going on, because we don't leak a lot of information out publicly.
Okay.
Because I don't want people getting into the project for the wrong reasons. What we're doing is it's different. It's very different. And it's all, decision based on what the community wants us to do. So if you're a holder, you're going to want to be in the Discord and have that holder's role so you know what's going on. With what we're doing with the other artists in the community on the Hedera Sloths, we will make some big announcements about that. I mean, we're close to the point where we're going to start dropping artists that we're working with every week and focus on that artist for that entire week, bringing them attention for what they're doing for us, because they're not getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Because we started off with 0 on that project, and everything that we make goes back to the community. So everybody's doing this stuff out of the goodness of their hearts. So I can't wait to start dropping some names, because people are going to be like, holy shit, how'd you get that guy?
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I have to give you a shout out because I asked whenever you started MetaZombies. God, it seems like it's forever ago. Even when did MetaZombies start? When did the announcement come out? This had to have been over 6 months ago.
We opened the Discord in November, I think it was.
Of last year. Wow. Oh my God, it's been a year.
Been around a year. Yep.
And I have to give you a shout out because when I first started seeing the artwork, I was like, hey, because I'm like a huge horror movie fan, and I was like, what about Evil Dead and Ash versus Evil Dead? And I think I do finally have my my Ash MetaZombie, which is awesome, and I know you guys facilitated that on top of it, which was just really cool. But yeah, I mean, certainly willing to I guarantee this isn't going to be the last conversation that we have. I mean, because the great thing about this space is that projects and builders are going to keep innovating, so it's going to be great to come and revisit these discussions, whether that be 6 weeks or 2 months down the line, and just keep going with the continuity, and really just try to engage as many people and inform as many people about what's going on in these ecosystems as possible. And I know you said you just got off work and you're literally still in your scrub, so I have to say thank you for hopping into the call. And I don't know if you want to lead us out, if you have anything that you want to end us with, and tell the community anything. Or
if you don't have 2 MetaZombies, get them right now. Go out, buy yourself 2, get them staked, earn your brains. The missions are coming up. It's going to be really close. 1,000 brains takes 30 days to earn on the passive staking. If you put it in hash tools, you have 1,000 brains easily. If you don't get enough brains tokens to do it, we have ways to earn them. You jump in the Discord and you can learn how to earn brains tokens to participate. The missions are going to be awesome. The rewards are significant, and they will be useful going forward in the future. Big shout out to Rob and Greg, the artists associated with MetaZombies. They're amazing. When I told him about the Ash Zombie, Rob was like, hell yeah, I can do that. So he was excited, man.
Well, you guys know where to go to learn more and make your own decisions about checking out MetaZombies. Certainly not financial advice from Genfinity's purview, but love to have builders that have been here for well over a year in the Hedera and the HBAR community, such as Jason, taking time out of the day. And check out this loss aspect too. I mean, because I'm sure that Discord is super interesting to just look at the progression of derugging it into more of a community project. And yeah, get into these communities, get onto these Twitters, check out, learn more for yourself, and then make your decisions and go from there. But Jason, as always, dude, it's a pleasure to talk. Thank you for the contribution to Hedera Ween, by the way, because this is the first interview since then. It was fantastic, and appreciate the time, and I'm sure we'll be talking again.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, and I appreciate everything you do for Hedera, the cross-chain movement, everything. It's massive. And I don't know if you caught it at the beginning, but you're one of the reasons why I got into HBAR in the first place. So huge thank you to you. It's been life-changing.
Awesome, dude. It's good to hear.